Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron.
We didn't clap. You come down.
Yeah, we gotta clap. That's right.
I have clapped.
Okay.
This is part of it now.
Oh, we're leaving this in?
Oh, yes. And
okay.
Congratulations. We've all made it to 2020 without dying.
I almost
much
did.
of the excited. How excited can you guys be? This is all the excited. It's very early, and everyone was up super late last night.
Why did we decide to do this on New Year's Day? Is my
Because we
question.
had no other time to do it.
Yeah, there was no other day.
We are
Well, fucking
functioning
Cody,
adults.
why wasn't there no other day?
That's not my fault.
I think it is.
I
Aaron,
have
help
the
me
most
here.
days to do it out of all of us.
I think
That's
it's
true.
Cody's fault.
I
Because
think
he
it's
has the most
mostly
days.
my fault, but
And
I'm
I can do
used
it.
to being the scapegoat of this podcast.
I can do
I'm
it
trying
most
to
days
help you
before
here.
I go
I'm trying
to
to
work,
blame
too.
something on Cody for
It's definitely not my fault.
But with all that being said, I hope everyone had a safe and happy new year.
I don't.
If you got arrested for drunk driving, you're a twat and you deserved it.
Yep. I completely
This is
agree with
gonna
that
be all over
statement.
the place.
But with that in respect, it's a new year. Let's have a little bit of a review.
New year, new me.
Yeah. Well, no.
Can I
Just
tell my
keep
rape
me-
story first?
Rape story.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say no to
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead. Tell the rape story.
All of the
Okay.
rape.
So, new
get
year,
rapey.
new me. This year, my goal is
Got
not
raped.
to be raped.
His goal is to get raped.
No,
My
that
goal
already
is to not
happened.
get raped
It
again.
already did it. We've accomplished this. In the shower at Planet Fitness. Aaron, have you been at Planet Fitness up here?
No.
Why
Okay.
are you showering at the gym?
Because I
I've
had to
never
go
do that.
I had to go do stuff afterwards, and I didn't want to, Aaron, you can attest to this. I have problems with acne if I get too sweaty and leave shit on my skin.
I mean, yeah.
So, the best thing is to just jump in the shower real quick, right?
Sure.
And they have little individual stalls, so it's you can just walk in there and take a shower by yourself, right?
That's
Oh, that's
right?
not bad.
Yeah, it's not the community shower kind of thing.
No, it's supposed to be an individual thing. It's supposed to be an individual thing. So I'm in the shower doing, shower things after doing legs.
Yeah.
And fucking the shower door opens while I'm shampooing my hair. And I turn, and there's dude. Now, at this point, I wasn't, that creeped out about it. I was like, oh, okay, he probably just didn't know. Because it's just a curtain. You can't really see the water going. And if all of them
Right.
are going, you can't really tell where the sound's coming from. So, dude's he goes, oh, sorry. I didn't realize. Close the curtain. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Whatever.
A normal interaction, yeah.
Right, yeah, that was an oopsie. Now, it took me a while after the fact, because I had some emotional trauma, to realize how fucked up the second appearance of this man was. The first appearance, he had his stuff in his hands and had his towel around his waist. Right? Normal.
Sure.
Now, the shower curtain opens again. This time, this man has his his towel over his shoulder.
Oh, that's not good.
Is the same
And
dude?
Yeah, same dude. And he's
That's
got
not what you
one
wanna see.
arm up, and I'm doing it so you can watch the video. He's got one arm up on the wall and leaning.
Oh, God.
He's I didn't realize that this was what he at first, because I was just oh, he did it again, but this all clicked in my head after he'd gone, because fight or flight took place here in a minute. But he's
Right.
leaning with one arm up like this and goes, so all the other showers are taken.
Oh.
Can I just jump in with you?
Oh.
Jesus.
That he did not ask that.
He asked it. He said those
Oh.
words to me in the gym. Well, I'm naked. His dong's
So-
out. My dong's out. This is bad.
So before you finish that,
Yeah.
what would you do, Aaron?
Me?
Yeah, he just said, just to this point. He says that. What do you do?
I would turn straight. I mean, it's get out.
Because I'm kicking him in the dick.
Yeah, like that might
Kicking a naked dick. Nope.
there'd be I have a second, emotion there.
No.
Like first one would be like, I need you to get out right now.
Stomping naked balls. Done.
So
I
let me
couldn't
tell
go straight
you.
to violence.
Let me tell you what I did. Because at this point, I'm like, there's a threat.
Wait,
Threat needs to be
no.
eliminated.
1 second. 1 second, please.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause- So you said you're shampooing your hair.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm shampooing my non-hair, the soap is usually like in the facial area.
Yeah.
And like getting in the eyes. So how compromised was your vision at this point? Because that's dangerous.
Actually, not at all. I think that the adrenaline just kind of like in.
Got the soap out of your eyes.
Yeah, it just like magic the soap out of my mind. I really want the
that's
camera
good.
in focus, and it's just not happening today. Anyway,
Okay, go ahead and finish.
he is leaning there, and he asked that question for me, and I took a second. I kind of like had to process, and I was like, you know what? I couldn't believe that was fucking happening. Like, when they just hit me like that, they shocked me so bad that I'm like, wait, is this real? Like, did I eat all the weed today?
life?
Or
Did I eat all the weed today?
And so, no, I was like, okay, so I have to come off very strong against this man. Because I have to, assert my dominance and no, you get out of here. So I'm getting ready to... be like, no, you can't jump in my shower. You go away. No, this is not okay. And that's the voice that I kind of wanted to project as, manly voice. But instead, because I was frightened by this point, I go, no! God, no!
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it shocked him. Because I didn't think he expected me to squeak at him. And he jumped. I made this man jump.
That's probably more effective than if you had used the strong voice.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't be as strong as it sounds in your head.
No.
No,
man.
It's like,
But he jumps and
dude.
grabs his towel and wraps it around him as quick as he can and just like scuttles off. I've never seen somebody like scuttle nakedly that quick.
So
were you getting some vibes off of him? Were you two vibing earlier?
Well, like, okay, like, I didn't...
Different kind of vibes, buddy.
I didn't think, like, that it was, like, even after the fact, I didn't think that it was, like, oh, he wanted to touch my bum kind of thing. But then I slowly started to, like, think about it more, and he had that arm up there. He was, like, leaning with the towel over the shoulder. Like... Really?
So, what this makes me think of is that's a spot then.
Yeah, it must be.
That's a spot where guys go to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It has to
Maybe.
be.
Well, and that's...
It has to be, because a normal person doesn't just do that at the gym.
No.
That's a
I don't
spot
think
where
so.
people meet up to bang in the shower. I guarantee you. People are banging in Planet Fitness.
Almost certainly.
They mukbang?
So you might want to stop showering
at Planet Fitness. It's my fault, is what it is.
Or you could get a little sign that says no butt play,
Yeah.
No butt
that's
play.
a good idea. Just hang it on the outside of the shower.
Yeah. Just like,
There
hey,
we go. I finally got my
your butt
focus
play.
to work. Just hang it out there. Be like, please do not touch me.
Don't butt touch me, please.
Okay, but in a serious note, I don't think that it's inappropriate to approach someone in a normal clothes situation and be like, hey, you're attractive. Would you like to go on a date? But you don't. Yes. And I mean, and that's the thing. I don't care that he was not into women or into both or whatever he was. But you don't try to jump in somebody's fucking shower.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's got to be a spot.
It has to be.
Don't do that.
You don't do that.
Unless that's a thing.
Yeah, it's got to be
And
a
I'm
thing.
sure he's done that before.
It might be Planet Fitness culture.
I was going to say, maybe it just worked one time before. He's like, it'll work again.
Well, I've heard, because I listen to way too many podcasts, that there's spots in cities and
I gotta
stuff
blow my
where,
nose.
it's kind of just understood. You go there and this is kind of
Meet
what
up.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least I think it's kind of nice to ask, at least.
Yeah.
He didn't just go in and rub his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, but he did just fling open the shower on me
Fling.
after he knew I was in there.
That's what makes me think that it's just the spot for that.
Right.
And you were probably nice.
Yeah.
When you were like, oh, it's no big deal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was like, oh, right.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the first time I was like, oh, innocent mistake, whatever. He saw my pee-pee. I don't care. I have big pee-pee. So. But
he had to get that in there, didn't he?
He did.
But like the second time I was just like, what is going on?
That's crazy.
That's a small pee-pee.
That's small pee-pee.
That's
We
small
don't like
pee-pee.
small pee-pee.
You ever experienced that, Aaron? Anything close to that?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I specifically
funny.
keep myself away from all of those situations as much as I possibly can.
Honestly, I thought out of everybody, mainly because of your hair, that you would get hit on by other men. If that makes sense.
I've wondered. I feel like I wonder if the long hair actually might be a detractor for for most guys, because it's more feminine, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe.
Because you get a lot of compliments from women on your hair all the time.
Lots.
Yeah. Ever since we were in high school, girls would come up and be like, I love your hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All the time. Yep.
It happens at least twice a day at work. Every day.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I know every time we go anywhere together, everybody asks you, talks to you about your hair.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite was the guy outside of McDonald's that fucking, he saw your hair, but he didn't compliment your hair.
Oh. I thought this was another rape story. I was like, wow, Travis gets raped a lot.
Right.
No, but no, Aaron was
always on the cusp of rape.
Me and Aaron were going into McDonald's one time. This is just a quick story. And there was this dude outside with like long gray hair, and he had a beach shirt on, like a, like just one of the beach kind of fucking California shirts and flip flops.
Yeah.
And he's like got his head up and just kind of bobbing and wandered around. And he made eye contact with Aaron, and I knew something stupid was going to happen as soon as he did. But I think it's the hair again in this situation. He walks up to Aaron and goes, "Hey, man, where's the weed?" And Aaron just gets straight face, goes, "No," and walks away.
Yeah, that's a very Aaron thing to do.
Yeah.
It really is.
No.
It's situations like that I'm like, should I apologize for Aaron? I'm like, nah, that guy was kind of an asshole in the first place.
Hell no.
I mean, don't take my opinion. Because I'd probably like hiss at him or something.
I don't know. Aaron's just so blunt sometimes. I feel like I have to be like, I'm sorry about his behavior.
That's like
I'm sorry.
my defense mechanism, though, is absolute bluntness.
Should be.
That's true. That's true.
Fuck people.
Like,
people suck.
Sometimes it's the way it is,
I have a question about your rape.
We're back to the rape. Okay.
Well, yeah, because we can't just glance over that. Did you see this guy in the gym beforehand?
Oh, that's a good question.
I haven't seen him before.
Really?
You sure he wasn't like...
He wasn't eyeing you beforehand? And
Not
you didn't,
noticeably.
lock eyes on
I
accident?
mean, maybe, but I'm not to where I'd notice him, no.
Are you a friendly boy at the gym? Do you give head nods and smiles?
Oh, yeah, that I'll do. Like, oh, excuse me, if I'm walking past somebody, I'm like, oh, are you using this? I'm friendly.
And you don't remember maybe passing by and bumping shoulders?
Sensually.
Cody, like, my memory and your memory, like, are surprisingly about equal. So maybe...
That's just because you're dumb.
That's true. I don't have anything that would affect my memory. I just don't.
In case you didn't notice, what I'm trying to do is blame you for getting raped.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Effectively, that's the same thing.
Victim
Yeah, basically.
I mean, maybe I like pulled down my pants a little bit and was like shaking at somebody. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Thank God we're not famous on this show.
Oh, no,
God.
this is how you have to do, though. You have to start it being as horrible as you can be.
Yeah.
I've learned that from Crystalia.
We're
naturally horrible, too.
Yeah, because you can't get in trouble if you've always been that way.
Right? They're like, well, I mean, come on.
I learned that from Crystalia. But
is this really that bad, though? I mean, like...
You were doing... Well, what I said was...
Rape is pretty touchy.
Yeah,
you said you were doing leg day, right?
Yeah.
So you're like lunging... you're squatting.
I was doing
you're
some
putting that booty out there.
Kettlebell swings,
Yeah, you're probably sticking that butt out there.
I was swinging, like. Which turns out kettlebell swings are actually kind of fucking gnarly. I thought that was going to be like, I'm like, oh, let's do this exercise because it's really easy. And I was like,
no.
Oh, Lord.
It seems easy because you're using like momentum and shit, but yeah.
No, that's not the
quick
case.
Side note on that one, though. Make sure your shoulders are back and down when you're doing that, though, because you can really fuck yourself up.
Aaron,
I watched
fun of him for getting raped.
I watched.
We're not trying to help his form.
I watched the Buff Dude's explanation on how to because I figured that was one of those ones I could pop my back out.
Definitely. And,
So,
you know,
That's what that guy wanted to do.
yeah, except for
Pop your back out.
he was the kind of guy that went to buffdudes.com,
Cody.
not buffdudes.us.
Is there a difference?
More Travis rape jokes.
There's a big difference.
Don't Google it.
I'm not going to Google.
Go ahead.
I just go to
ahead and Google
YouTube. I always go to
Don't
YouTube
Google
to
it.
see him. Which, by the way, I know this doesn't matter at all, but shout out to Buff Dudes. Great content. I like those guys.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. They're so good. They're
Better be
hilarious.
careful, Travis. Shout out to buff dudes. You're gonna get more
Not
guys in
that
the
one.
shower.
Not that one.
Oh, was he a buff dude?
Yeah, was he an attractive man?
No.
No?
Oh.
Well,
I
that
mean,
could at least be
okay, like
flattering.
I'm not trying to talk shit. Well, I mean, I'm not that good looking, so. But I'm not trying to talk shit like on other people. But he was like a middle-aged balding man with a little belly.
I mean, you're a lot of those things. Not all of those things.
I didn't say that I was attractive, though. You asked if I thought he was attractive. No, I don't. I don't think I'm attractive either.
I think I do vaguely remember a Facebook picture that was sent to the podcast chat with you looking like a pretty boy, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, I still have to record. Don't talk about that because I haven't. I got to re-record that fucking episode.
It was
Damn
just
it.
a nice picture. That's all.
Yeah, it was a great picture.
You guys will see that on my Instagram at Howie_games when I refilm that whole fucking episode.
Did you lose it?
The whole thing, yeah. Well, I have the pictures still. But the camera, when I was transferring files from the camera to my computer, it corrupt. Don't know why.
I hate that.
Yeah,
Hate it
it
with a
seems like
passion.
that's a pretty fucking common problem. That's why I
So,
want to get it
part
set
of
up
the
that
reason-
just... Oh, go.
Yeah, part of the reason for that, though, is cheap cards. Believe it or not. I found out later that having better quality cards prevents them from corrupting as often.
Send me, like, some good cards then, because I don't know the difference. Like, I just paid a lot of money for it, and then turns out they're not that great.
Right.
This is like a not podcast topic.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Move.
It's
Later on.
It's okay.
But yeah,
So-
that all got corrupted. You guys will learn about that one day.
Well, I'm sorry you almost got raped, Travis.
It was
Although,
kind of
you didn't almost
flattering.
get raped. You just got what's the word I'm looking for? Propositioned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad proposition, you know?
That's kind of flattering.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really
no, that's
is.
what I mean. Is like that was kind of flattering. As somebody came and you know
I
what?
think I'd feel good about myself after I kicked him in the balls.
You'd be like, oh, that was nice.
That was nice. Now get the fuck out. But that was nice.
Well, props to have the balls to do that. I could do that even if it was like with a girl. Like I could.
No, I wouldn't have a chance in hell.
No, there's no way. There's no
Like
way.
that took
Which
some
is
guts.
why
So
that has to be the spot for that.
Yeah.
Because especially if he wasn't an attractive
Yeah.
guy. Because if
Then
he was like
again-
a ripped dude, like that would make sense that he could just
Sure.
feel the confidence that he could do it. But like if you're just a middle-aged fat guy and you have the confidence to be like, hey, you want some
I
butt
mean, his
stuff?
face
Like,
wasn't looking bad. Like he had a good, like a not an ugly face, I guess. But you know,
I thought he was gonna say he had like a big dick.
no, you have small pee. No,
Okay, we could
wasn't
probably
looking-
move on because I'm gonna stay on this for way too long.
I really hope that guy watches this podcast.
Oh, jeez.
So too.
So,
Oh fuck.
we've ended ourselves a decade.
We have.
We have.
Yes, we have.
And we've lived through all of it.
I
Congratulations.
didn't. I've been clinically dead inside for the last 5 years at least. So
Nice. So, we've decided to compilate our top 3 movies. Yes. Compilate. It's a compilation.
word?
compile.
Yes.
Compile, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it would
Compilate's a
be
word.
I bet you
compilation
that if we
is a
looked it
word.
up,
Okay, let me look. I'm
Bet you
googling.
$1.
Ooh, okay, hold
I
up.
see
Before
your
anybody
dollar.
looks. Okay, it's official bet. I'll look.
Yeah, you look. I love that this is what we do with our time.
Compilate is a verb. Third person singular simple present.
Shit.
Compilate past participles. To
all
put
right, you
together
already
to a
paid me.
symbol. Hold on. Do you want me to use it in a
No, it's okay. We
sentence?
get it.
We're
We
good.
get it.
No,
We got
we got
it.
it. We just need to know if it was a
In a
word or not.
sentence.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. We got it.
Okay, so
Go ahead. So we decided to
got
compilate.
movies. We compilate some movies, games, or our top three really is our movies, games, and albums of the 2010 decade.
I also did TV shows in case you guys wanted to do
I didn't do that one, but
That's fine.
I didn't
actually,
do any of
I
this.
can already think of one. Good job,
I
Travis.
knew you wouldn't.
I can think of at least two right now that I know.
Okay, cool.
So we'll start with movies because that's going to be my worst category, and we'll start with Cody because he's seen all of the movies.
Which made it kind of hard.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I love so
Hello?
many movies. And if you ask me today, I'll probably give you a different list than if you ask me tomorrow.
Sure, yeah.
Because it changes at any given point. But so we're doing movies?
Yeah, we're going to do movies
Should I
first.
do one at a time?
Yeah.
Go back and forth? Or-
Yeah.
Okay, so I ranked them. Did you rank them?
I'm
Hello?
sort
2,
of.
1?
Yeah.
Hold up.
God damn it.
Just keep, fuck
Okay.
it, keep talking.
No,
So
no,
for
no. Hold
movies-
on. You have to hold on for 5 seconds because I just dropped everything. Like there was a glitch in the Matrix. Like this is a pause. Like
Oh, okay.
So do it.
I get it.
We're waiting.
I am doing it. I have to readjust
then
all my
stop.
camera settings because it fucking
Stop.
does it every time. Shut up.
Stop
Shut up.
explaining.
You shut up.
Stop
Shut up.
explaining. You done
Look.
explained. Fuck.
Okay.
Shit.
We're good.
I don't know if 2 is necessary.
No, I don't know.
It's so that I see it later.
Where are we?
You were about to.
Movies.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have Mad Max Fury Road.
You know, I kind of knew that you were going to pick that. I knew
I
it.
figure you guys probably kind of know where I'm going. With most
Yeah.
of these movies.
And, you know, I if I got to see it, and that was kind of the running theme of all of the movies that I was thinking about. Like, man, if I saw that, I bet you I would like the Shape of Water. I was like, I bet you I would have really liked that,
That was
but I didn't
almost
see
on
it.
my list.
Yeah.
Shape of Water was so good. But for Mad Max, the reason I'd put it on there is in this day and age of the CGI being so prevalent, that movie to me stood out because everything was practical. Like
Everything that they could do, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing they had to add was like the flames and shit. Like,
And
because
some backgrounds.
even but they were on location most of the time.
Yeah.
And like even the guys swinging off the fucking, because there's these guys that are on these giant poles that swing like back and forth on the cars while they're driving. Like that was real people just
Right.
doing that bullshit. And the movie was itself amazing if you like Mad Max, but just all the practical effects and the it's basically the whole movie is 2 scenes. It's like an opening chase scene and then an ending chase scene, and that's a perfect movie. You know what I mean? You don't get much better than that. So yeah,
And the production of that movie was really cool too, because I've seen a lot of stuff on it, as a matter of fact, because the way they shot it was so interesting.
it was amazing. It was very well done. I love that movie.
What'd you
And
think about
also,
the story in that one, though?
great Mad Max story? I mean,
It was, you know, one of his top movies of the decade,
yeah,
so you got to imagine.
Because one of my favorite memories about that movie is we went to the theater opening day to see that because I'm a huge Mad Max fan. So that movie's made for me. And they give out posters when you go to the opening day and everything. So I was all happy. I'm in the theater, got my poster, and I'm all ready to see Mad Max. And we watched the whole movie, and I'm blown away, right? I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing. The guy right in front of me just goes, and he crumples up his poster and throws it on the
Holy
ground.
shit.
I was like, wow, he's sad. Like, he did not like that. And I don't know what you expected.
He wanted Mel Gibson.
I mean, I guess. Because people were like, well, Mad Max barely even said anything. Well, like, you don't want him to talk.
Right.
You want him to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
And be badass. That's it. Yeah, that movie's great. So, there we go. Little summary on Mad Max.
So, I think this is probably, I don't know
Or
if
are we
it-
just
I would
doing
consider
one
this my
each?
third. So
What?
I'm starting with my third one.
Travis
Oh,
said it.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just asking if it was one each.
Well, we're doing 3, but we're going to bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's going to be Avengers: Infinity War. Is for me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was extremely good, and I didn't see that many movies this year, so it's really hard for that to not be on the list.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure that probably Endgame would have been above it,
Right.
but I didn't see it, so
Fair enough. Yeah.
there's that.
Maybe Aaron only saw 3 movies this decade.
That's true. They're all his favorite.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Because we are doing the 10 years, right? Because Mad Max came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, did I fuck this up?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Plus, Infinity War was 2017, wasn't it?
Right, yeah. Or 18. Something like
17. I think it was
Was
2
it
years in
17?
between.
that.
I want to say it was because then last year wasn't 2018 Captain Marvel. No, it came out this year. Wasn't Captain Marvel this year? Was it this year?
Squeak. It's okay. Travis, do you have one? You didn't prepare anything, did you?
No.
The Babadook.
Even though I reminded you.
Babadook.
Oh,
Babadook.
that is actually that's a good call.
I actually really like that movie.
That's seriously, I'm not fucking with him. That's a good call. Babadook was awesome.
Haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, you don't see things, but the Babadook is fantastic.
It was interesting for sure, and I really like that movie. What?
Was that actually your choice?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Did I hear him say it and then repeat it and think I said it?
No.
You corrected
what?
how he said it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because he
All right.
said Babadook and you said Babadook.
Oh, okay.
I tomato, Baba,
Sure.
Bobo, Bobby.
Bobo, the Babadook.
Was that like a horror film or?
Yeah, it was kind of like wasn't it? It's been a while. It was like a Jewish folklore kind of thing. Is where it came from, right?
It's like the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But,
really good, though. Babadook is fantastic.
I watched it because I liked the funny name
I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
It works.
and the
It's one
little
of the
picture.
only horror movies I've liked in a long time.
All right, Cody,
Oh. Poop.
you're up.
I don't remember what I put down there.
That's why we write it down.
Well, speaking of horror movies, the other one I liked, which I guess it's a horror movie, Get Out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fucking fantastic. I loved it. You're wrong.
I don't like it.
Loved that movie. Fucking loved it.
It was corny.
See, I don't...
Travis' definition of corny is anything if it has one scene that he can guess that's going to happen.
Oh, I know.
Then it's just like, oh no, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's like that with games, too. He's like, if I could see where it's going, it's not good, man.
Well, no,
It's like,
like
you're stupid. Just enjoy shit.
was it? Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking of the same one because it was the guy who made that movie made 2 that were similar, but
Yeah,
one
he made
was
Us after that.
Oh, I'm thinking about Us.
Us was not very good.
I
Us
didn't
was
like
okay.
Us. Us was the one where they saw themselves and themselves like tried to kill themselves, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I
Get
didn't
Out
like
was
Us.
the-
I don't remember Get Out then.
Get Out was the black guy with the white girlfriend, and he goes to see their family, but it turns out that the old white people are transferring their brains into young black guys' bodies. It's a fucking crazy.
Okay.
It's a crazy movie. It's
I have a
so well done.
serious question. Is it a political piece?
I sincerely
seen it.
doubt
It's
that.
I haven't seen it.
It's a horror movie. It's no.
I don't know. Didn't you ever watch what was it called? The Purge.
Yeah.
The one,
But
the
this
one
isn't
during
The
the
Purge.
the one during the election was a very politically driven thing. But I don't know. Genuinely, I had to ask that.
Always focus on the politics of stuff. It's a great movie.
Well, I don't know. I haven't
It's
seen
just it's fucked up. That's all. It's a fucked up movie. It was written by Jordan Peele, the comedian, and that's why
Which is pretty cool.
comedy people should do everything because they're just good at all of it.
it. They're good.
Just
at things.
everything.
Yeah. So we can move on though because he's gonna make me mad.
Oh, it was an honest question. That was just a question.
It was a question of questions. And
Yeah, you fuck off. I'm allowed to pursue
Yeah.
knowledge. Fucking Hitler over here. Don't question things. It's good if I say.
All right.
Okay.
Down
My
with
number
the
2 is-
authority.
Aaron, go ahead.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story
pretty
3. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
I mean, come on.
Oh, I know.
It's
I
so
know.
good.
I'm in an everlasting argument with Jess about that movie being good.
Yeah. Well, how
doesn't
is there
like
an
it.
argument? What?
She doesn't like it.
How do you not like Toy Story 3?
I don't know.
It was
It made me
so
cry.
good.
Me too.
Yeah, see, I think that might be the problem. Is like if things don't have like a happy ending, a lot of people is like, oh, that movie wasn't good. What are you fucking talking about? Because Jess does that once in a while. Sort of, but
but it makes you cry your fucking balls off.
The problem is it if your last perception of the movie is sadness, then you're just like, oh yeah, well, it was not a good movie because it made me sad. But I think we're all adult enough here to understand like a good movie is a good movie, and that's all there is to it.
I like being sad sometimes.
I like things to have, like I tell Jess all the time, I want them to have consequences.
Yes.
So I get sick of these movies that don't have consequences, where, you know, something bad happens, but it gets fixed. Or like, no, well, we're not happy about that, so we'll change it so it's fixed.
That was part of the reason why I liked Infinity War so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like, get wrecked, you know?
Yeah. Well,
granted, I know that it got fixed because it had to.
In Endgame, there's also
not
consequences. There's consequences in Endgame,
Still
which...
got fixed.
What?
It still got fixed, but
Not really.
Yeah. No, it did.
Not
It's fine.
100%. Like, I mean, it's a better outcome. It's a better outcome.
Okay,
Mr.
people died.
Technicalities
I
here.
get it.
God damn it.
Aaron, you
but
can't
I
even
agree
say
with
that
you.
because you still haven't fucking watched it.
Yeah, but he's heard about it.
I already know. I know what happens.
Did you say
Well,
you
yeah.
wasted the entire decade? It came out last year.
The entire decade. Whole decade's gone. Because he...
Okay, Travis, do you have another one you want to pull out of your ass? Because you don't
Endgame.
prepare for anything? Endgame, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, like, that was... Like, as far as a movie goes, that was entertaining. It was emotional. And there was, like, nothing else to it other than just pure fun entertainment. Like, that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, emotional, dude. Fuck, I cried like 3 times during that fucking movie.
I know. I went into it getting teary-eyed because I was like, shit's gonna happen. Like,
yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you, totally.
and like, just all the actors did a great job. The story was done well, and they didn't pull any punches like, oh, what if the fans don't like this? You know?
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, Endgame was really good. And I know that's kind of a cheesy, easy cop-out, but come on.
Well, and you probably think that's where I'm going next, right?
I would have. I
that,
honestly
actually.
think that we should have like banned the entire Avengers series because you could just keep picking out of that, like
Which
you know?
is what I did.
He's like Avengers.
I took all
Infinity
Marvel
War.
movies out of my consideration because I look at that
They're the
as one
best.
giant story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, and those could all be the best.
Yeah,
So I took all those out. So are we on to my top
yeah,
one
we're on
then?
to your.
We are.
Django Unchained.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I really
Quentin
didn't like that
Tarantino.
movie.
Quentin Tarantino, Jamie Foxx, amazing. God, it's my favorite, obviously, of the Tarantino movies. And I think it's underrated, actually, because I've talked to a lot of people that didn't really, get it.
Well, it's funny when that movie came out, my parents went and saw it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, the movie was so good," and it's like I only really heard it from them.
Oh.
I didn't really hear like buzz about it.
Yeah, it's a little underrated, and it took some flack because it can be a hard watch because of the language and the violence.
No, sure.
But I mean, it's a Tarantino movie, so you kind of know what you're signing up for. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's been my favorite movie since I saw it. I fell in love with that movie.
Yeah.
So when we started talking about this, that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah.
Like Django Unchained. I love it.
Nice. And
Travis died.
Travis did.
No,
die.
I didn't die.
He's got nothing to say about Django.
I didn't like it. It just like it wasn't anything particularly about it. It just didn't catch my attention. It's kind of like it was kind of like Black Panther. I just didn't get into it.
Racist?
Yeah, of course. You are
Oh, yeah,
racist.
Didn't like Django, didn't like Black Panther.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
I
a
didn't
trend.
even make the association between those
Didn't
two.
even really like Us or Get Out. Racist.
Goddamn, I quit.
So, probably my top movie, and it's not even necessarily because, well, you'll see. It's The Hobbit, all three The Hobbit movies.
The Hobbit.
Because I'm a big
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings bitch, and I enjoyed it very much.
But really?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know why everybody hates on The Hobbit so much.
Because it's not good.
Well, you didn't like the original Lord of the Rings, so you really
True.
can't talk too much.
I don't really get an opinion on it. Yeah,
No,
you're
right.
Well,
right.
everybody
really.
was
No,
like,
you're right.
it's too bright and childish. Well, yeah, the original Hobbit books were kind of that way.
They were kids' books.
Well, I couldn't read the books either.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, that's because you can't read, you illiterate
long-winded
bastard.
as shit.
I read way fucking more than you do, buddy.
Yeah, he definitely does.
No.
I read one book a month, which is not nearly as much as I
Way more
used
than
to,
you do.
but a lot more than you do.
No.
Seeing as how you probably haven't read a book since you were in high school.
I read like 6 books in the last 4
Textbooks
months.
don't count.
They sure do.
No,
They
they don't.
They're just really boring.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm
it
forced
doesn't
to
count.
do it.
Nope. So, did you want to say a little more about The Hobbit? Or no?
You know, it was one of those things I couldn't tell 100% whether it was like I'm just being pulled in for nostalgia's sake because I love Lord of the Rings so much, but it was a fun ride and I really, really enjoyed it. And every single time that one of the movie came out, I was very happy and I enjoyed it. And it's good memories.
That's good.
You know,
That's good.
that was kind of, you know, now I have it on Blu-ray and I can watch them all together.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Trav?
You know what sucks? Is that was actually my answer.
Oh,
That's fine.
yeah.
We can
No,
share
yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
cool.
reason being is ever since the original Lord of the Rings came out, I never read the books or The Hobbit before the movies. I did after the fact because I got interested in it and I was like, ooh, this is cool. But we were down in my grandma Nikki's basement and it was me, Jessica, and my dad. And we watched The Lord of the Rings the very first time on VHS.
Back in the day.
On a little aux TV, like, you know, little. It wasn't even RGB.
Right.
And ever since that movie came out, like, because I remember we threw a fucking fit at the end of that movie where they're climbing up over the hill, and you could see Mordor in the distance, and that's where it ended.
Right.
We threw a fit because we're like, what about the rest of it? You know.
We've been sitting here for 3 hours.
Yeah, like, what do you mean they didn't get to Mordor?
And
But,
they all died at the end.
And yet you all liked these movies.
Yes, I love these movies.
But that wasn't even in the decade. That was like 12 years ago. I can't remember how long it was.
2001 was when that movie
I was
came
going
out.
to say that was a lot longer than that.
And when did The Hobbit come out? What year was that? Like the final
12.
Hobbit.
Oh, the last one? 15?
That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So 2015. So yeah, that was like 14 years. And every time one of those movies would come out, my dad and me and would stop whatever we were doing and make plans, and we would go see that in theater together. We saw every one in theaters together without, like, you know, we never went and saw it on our own, and we lived in different states, you know, like, so that was quite a thing to do.
Right.
And in 2015 we went and saw that, and it was me, Jessica, and my dad, just us. And
That's nice, man.
we went and saw that, and I don't know, it made me cry because, like, how many years? You know, and
Yeah.
it was sad because it's over. That was our thing, and now it's gone.
Well, you guys have sweet answers. Mine's like Jamie Foxx shoots a bunch of people, so it's awesome. And they cuss a lot.
Well, that kind of means that we're sort of wrong in that sense because we're being dictated
It's
more by
nostalgia driven,
our emotions
yeah.
and about the movie rather than the movie itself.
Well, I mean, that's true for anything, though, because the reason I like those movies is because I love violence.
Yeah. Okay.
I love violence in movies.
I guess it could be, derived a
Another
lot of
good
different ways.
mention, though, I'd say is Dunkirk. I really like that.
Oh, honorable mention?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking honorable mention also.
I also
won't really talk about it much, but
Yeah.
Rogue One.
Oh,
It is
Yeah.
my second favorite Star Wars movie of all of them.
nice.
I do like
Counting
Rogue
the
One.
old ones.
John Wick is going to be on my
Oh.
list. Yeah.
Still haven't seen
the
it.
violence. You would think that would make mine.
Yeah.
Still
I'm
haven't
surprised
seen
didn't.
Well, I had to eliminate it.
Yeah.
I went through a process because there's 3 of them, and 1 and 3 are equal to me,
Right.
so I couldn't separate them. You know
I've
what I mean?
seen Speed, though, and I'm pretty sure that that's John Wick rides a bus.
It's Die Hard on a bus.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Video games. Cody.
Oh God. See, video games was one that
Video games is hard.
Flip-flopped 87 times.
Yeah.
Because I forgot about so many. So this list probably is wrong.
That's okay.
But I'm going to start with Enter the Gungeon.
Oh, shit. That's a good choice.
So fun.
Yeah.
It's just pure fun. It's stupid. It's hilarious. But also incredibly challenging.
Bullet.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, incredibly challenging and just such a fun game. And I put so much time into that fucking game. So, yeah.
Mine is The Last of Us. It's so good. The story
was The
was
Last
so
of Us in
good.
this decade?
Yes, it
I
was.
think it came out in 11?
13, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I know it's this
13.
decade, though.
13.
13? Wow, good job.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one can say it. It's like, oh yeah, well, Last of Us, it was okay. Everyone's like, wow, the game was so good.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Trav?
So the first one, because I'm going to go in order from least to best, I would say that
That's what we're doing.
Oh, okay. I would say that my favorite game that I've played this year this decade was probably Outlast.
Really?
That game was... It's unique because, there's always been horror survival games, but usually they give you something to kind of fight back with, even if it's really ineffective. This one, you were just brutally outmatched and outgunned, and that's the first game that I played in a while that, really scared me. That game it boogered me. It made me afraid to continue on.
You are a scaredy cat, though.
Just a bit.
Yeah, okay, shut up.
Okay.
Well, jump scares get me, but that one, it was more
Jump
than a
scares
jump
get
scare.
everybody.
It was more than a jump scare. It was
I'm the
it
toughest man
actually
alive.
scared me.
The toughest man alive.
Are we moving on?
Yes.
So, The Last of Us. And everything Aaron said.
Yep.
Oh, there's that.
Yep. There we go.
The video games one, because I've played a fair amount of video games. It was a little bit harder for me to pick out exactly what I wanted out of that.
This was probably the toughest one for all of us.
And I flip-flopped as to my number one a lot, but number two was Portal 2.
Portal 2.
Portal 2 was so
was a
fucking
good
good.
game.
Wow.
So fucking good.
I actually never played Portal 2.
Oh, it's so good. Did you play the original Portal?
Loved it. Yeah.
Portal 2 is everything that was great about that game expanded.
Yeah. I wanted to play it. I don't know why I never did.
God, it was so good. I love, because I'm a Half-Life bitch, I loved all the little nods they had. It's those guys over there in the Black Mesa labs. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
I love that game. I love puzzle solving, and all the sassiness from GLaDOS was probably
When did that come out?
2011.
Oh, God, it's been so long.
Wow.
Yeah, very happy about that.
Nice.
All right, Trav.
Tree.
Okay.
He's searching
Yeah,
while
he
we
is.
speak. Yeah.
No. This one, I've picked this one out.
Picked up the pace,
beforehand.
so he's
And
falling behind.
know if I can. I'm so hard to give it. Can I make my number 2 spot a tie?
No,
Pick one. Sophie's choice.
leave the other one as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sophie's choice.
Halo Reach. That was such a fucking game.
When did that came out?
Was that
September
this decade?
14th, 2010.
Oh.
Fuck. Okay. I mean, yeah, it counts.
Wow.
I
okay.
took out a
Reach.
loan to buy an Xbox to play that game.
Oh God, that's right.
Yep.
And then later you ended up pawning or loaning. Well, no, it was a pawn. You pawned the Xbox.
I got it back, and then Albiner stealed it.
And he done stealed it.
He done stealed it. Albiner stole my Xbox. I paid the loan. Yeah.
My camera case has a battery in there. Will you grab that? Go ahead.
Oh, when the morning's gone and you can't go on, there's batteries. But
Just gonna hand that to you because I don't.
yeah, Halo Reach. One, the story was fantastic, and it was the first Halo that made you feel a part of the universe outside of being Master Chief. Like, you were involved now. Like, you were a Spartan now.
Wasn't ODST before that?
No, ODST came after Reach. Then did it? Maybe it didn't. I can't remember.
did.
I didn't really a huge fan of ODST, but I like Reach. The armor customization was amazing.
That's true.
That it was really something that it was the first one that gave you something to strive for, and little badges of honor, like all the little tidbits, like the blue flames if you killed a Bungie employee, like all the
That
little
was
medals.
really cool. It was.
Like, and you fucking Aaron, like it would show you. I loved that it would show you all the things that you've killed with, and Aaron got one kill with a traffic cone.
Somehow, some dude was weak enough for me to throw a grenade, and the cone hit him in the head, and it killed him. And it gave me a badge that says, "I'm calling my lawyer."
Yeah.
It was great.
And I think that I'm also a little biased because I was a goddamn monster at that game. Me and Aaron both were really good at that game.
Yeah, we were both pretty darn good, especially SWAT.
Yeah, like I remember
headshots.
because you used to be able to hear the other teams talk when you'd queue in.
And do you so much shit talk, dude? It was the worst.
Do you remember
we were the toxic community?
Oh, we were, but we'd log on and remember we were on so much that we'd get people to go. There was one time somebody went, "Oh no,
God, it's Howie and Undertaker."
That's great.
Yep, and we would fuck people up. It was great.
It was good times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So
I think we were the ones who made that game fun, though. It wasn't so much.
It wasn't the game. It was us.
well, yeah, I mean, friends and playing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so good choice, but you're wrong.
Oh, you even
Witcher
played Reach,
3.
you fucker.
Oh, yeah.
Never played Reach.
That's
Super
'cause
good.
You're a son of a bitch piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the TV series. It looks good.
That's a super good series, but we're talking about games. The game it's just amazing. It's so just huge. You know, there's so much to it.
It's huge.
What I like about it is you can play it multiple ways, right? Like you can brute force your way through it, or you can take your time and research and actually do what the guy's supposed to be doing, and then you can like kind of make it easier on yourself that way. Spend more time researching, and then everything else, and it's just a beautiful game. I love it.
And it's kind of like the distillation of many years of RPGs, you know, with it being so refined. Like the combat is so refined. The magic in there is awesome. The crafting you can do in there is so perfect.
And Geralt's voice is just so dreamy.
It's so good.
You know? Yeah.
You know? And, you know, the nudity is cool, too. You know? I dig some nudity once in a while.
I didn't know there was actual nudity in the game.
Yeah, he bones characters.
Oh,
he got
several
bones.
times.
The opening scene has nudity.
Oh, that I don't remember. It's been a long time since it's been.
And she gets out of the tub.
God, there's
that's
so many
right.
good games this past
Yeah,
10 years.
And Roach is super cute, so
Yeah.
So Witcher 3. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Totally agree.
So is that that's your
from a guy that
all-time?
never. That's my favorite, yeah.
Yeah.
I never played the other Witcher games.
I never did either.
Yeah, just Witcher 3, and it's so good.
It's so good. And my number one, it really was never a choice for me. It had to be BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah. The game is way too good. It's too much of a fucking mind blow at the end of the game where you just go like, holy shit. You know, and like all these things start to come together all at once. And while that last scene plays out, you kind of like go like, everything starts to make sense. And you're just like, oh shit. You know, it's crazy. So
it's
good.
amazing.
I hope Ken Levine comes back and makes another game because it's been a while.
It's
and
not going to happen.
I don't think so.
You're not going to do it.
They're making another BioShock without him.
Fuck that.
Are they
It's gonna be a
really?
piece of shit, just like BioShock 2.
I was gonna say, why would they do that? Like they tried that with 2.
Yeah,
That's not going to be good.
awful idea.
Okay.
Or it's just going to be like a watered down version, you know? Because BioShock 2, did they even try to do like a mind blow moment?
No, it was like they took elements from the first one and tried to give you more of that, but they didn't do it well.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be. I think it'll be elements of Infinite, but not done well.
Yeah.
I think that's why I never got into that series, is because that was the only game I ever played out of them was 2.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, you skip 2. You play 1 and you play Infinite.
It's the only one that people hate.
Yeah, it's terrible. I never
I got halfway through it and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I would definitely play Bioshock 1 first and then go into Infinite.
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't really matter. You can totally play them out of order.
Yeah, but there is some stuff that you're kind of like, it's kind of nice to have.
Especially if you play the DLC for Infinite, then most of the DLC won't make sense unless you played the original one.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Can I do my top 3 really quick before I get to my number 1? Because there's just so many.
I thought we just did. We just did top 3.
I know, but like honorable mentions. That's what I mean.
Sure, but quickly,
please.
Because we're running out of time.
Destiny 1, specifically the Taken King. Fantastic. Great job, Destiny.
I totally agree. That would be on my honorable.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was gonna put that on my list too.
That's an honorable mention for me.
Honorable mention and fantastic. And this one actually fights for number 1, but I just don't have enough room on it for the list. Journey. Yeah. Great game, great piece of art. I loved it.
Yeah.
Indie and especially when it's an indie game, but no, probably not.
Going to throw some indie bullshit at us.
No, I bet Aaron even liked Journey, like because I didn't play that,
but
it was very pretty. It had a lot of cool meaning to it. It was very short to the point. Beautiful visuals. I wish they'd do more, but I haven't heard anything out of that company ever since. Anyway, top game of the decade for me is probably a little bit controversial because not a lot of people liked it.
If it's Minecraft, World of Warcraft,
no, Minecraft was 2009. I tried that one.
Okay.
World of Warcraft Legion. Because that was when I really dipped my toes into raiding. I had a lot of.
That's an expansion of a game that's been around since '74.
Yeah, but that was it was so good.
I don't think that counts.
I don't know if that really counts.
I got my world number 1 parse on Gul'dan. Very big moment for me.
Okay,
and the story was fantastic. Like I just loved everything that happened. Good game.
I'm mad at your list.
Anyway, we're moving on to music because we are running out of time.
Music was hard for me.
Music was so hard for me. I have so many albums
for different reasons. Yeah, because I'm not a music guy. I love music, but I listen to AC/DC and Tech Nine. Yeah. Like it's hard for me to pick shit that came out the last 10 years. You know, so I guess we'll just start with Tech Nine. But I didn't make my whole list Tech Nine.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, he's put out, like, 15,000 albums in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, 2 years, so, yeah.
It's fucking retarded.
All 6s and 7s. It was kind of his start to break out, I think. It had Am I a Psycho on it that a lot of people really... That was the first song of his that really took big notice.
Definitely.
Like, real big notice. And that whole album is just fucking fantastic. I say that about pretty much all his albums, but this one really stands out that I put it on and it's just every song is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it was the first tour I got to see him on.
Yeah.
So he played that album and it was just amazing. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's so good. Yeah, you're not Rap Boys.
Yeah, that's okay. My third one is Slipknot. All Hope Is Gone. That album was fantastic.
All Hope Is Gone did not come out in the last 10 years.
It came out in
2010.
2009, I thought.
Was it 9?
Yep. Because I was going to pick that one too.
I was going to put it. Fuck. I was going to put it, but I think it was 09.
I was pretty confident that was 2010, but you might be right. Travis is already checking. I don't know why I'm bothering getting on the phone.
Yeah, it's 2008 actually.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Because I was gonna put it, and I saw that. Yeah.
Ball sacks. Anyway,
do you have an alternate?
I do. Protest the Hero Volition. Incredible album. Incredible.
I haven't heard it.
Holy shit! Like,
but I believe you.
So much spastic guitar work.
Checking you.
No. I'm not checking you.
Oh, he's looking for his answers.
Yeah, he is.
I'm checking on an answer to make sure that I don't make the same mistake.
Yeah.
We're going to have to speed it up, Travis, by the way, when you do yours.
I have so many albums in my head that I know that we're supposed to be all honorable mentions, so it's so fine with me.
Oh, good.
But yeah, if anyone wants to listen to a really kick-ass album, Volition is incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. Trap?
That one, over there.
God.
Do you not have
one? Actually,
skip you?
No, I have one. I'm just trying to make sure this is the right one.
I've only been planning this for 2 weeks.
Periphery 3.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Periphery 3 was super good.
Really, really good. I still listen to that.
Would be different.
Cody makes me think I'm making bad choices. Why am I making bad choices?
No. It's a good choice. It's just,
Is that also
I
one
don't
of yours?
listen to the same stuff. No. Did you want to say more about it, or are you good?
I'm good.
Marigold was amazing.
Marigold was very
the way
good.
that they started to incorporate like the orchestral stuff into like crazy heavy music and blend it perfectly into
great,
these
yeah.
crazy off times.
Yeah, I wasn't
It's
making
just-
fun of it. It's great.
Yeah.
I love Periphery.
Yeah.
I thought you were making fun of it for a minute. I was like,
No, I was just
Aaron's
I'm
gonna
laughing
get
at how
mad.
different I am from in what I consume from you guys.
Right.
Okay, Motormouth though. Motormouth. Anybody? I fucking love Motormouth. Flatline was great.
I'm currently drinking Flatline coffee, as a matter of fact.
Hey. No, but Flatline was probably my favorite song on that entire album.
Yeah.
Really liked it.
I guess I'm a single bitch because I like Marigold.
Marigold's my
Marigold
favorite of
was
their
really
songs.
good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well,
Like I have no shit to talk on Marigold,
I
but I
mean,
just really liked Flatline.
Blood
a Blood Eagle kind of took that one over for me, but yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that was my
Where are
third.
we at? 2? Okay. I know neither of you have this one. Ice Cube, Everything's Corrupt.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That was not the newest one, but it was the one before that,
It's
right?
his newest one.
Oh, it is the
His
newest one.
came
Okay.
out, I think, in 18.
Aaron, I'm shocked
Okay.
you know anything about Ice Cube because I have
Well,
no
kudos
idea.
to me.
Yeah, Cody talked to me about it.
It was just, for me, it was like a return to rap. Like, because I love rap. I've been so disappointed with what it is now, with all the mumble rappers and shit.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube
I
put
hear
this
that
out,
shit
and it was
from
just
Derek.
everything you want. It was perfect. And he was so angry.
That if he wasn't, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah, well, that was the problem with a couple of his albums before that. I don't think he was very angry. But then, luckily, Trump got elected, and that pissed him the fuck off. So he was very mad.
Right? Well, that's what was wrong with the Slipknot for a little bit there. Corey wasn't as angry as he should have been.
You need the anger sometimes.
Gotta be
man.
angry.
Yeah, so Ice Cube, amazing.
Oh God, I know it. Which one did I actually pick though?
Oh, and if I'm gonna single out a song on it, I think it's called New Funkadelic. Just a fun fucking dancey song, and you get to hear Ice Cube just having a good old time.
So my number 2 is, and I was gonna put it number 1, but I have a sneaking suspicion that someone else has it on the list as number 1, and it's He Is Legend, White Bat.
That's a good choice.
It's that album is just
Cody has
so
that one.
good. Oh, definitely. The thing is one of those guys, because these guys actually wrote a concept album, but didn't ever portray it as a concept album. They're just like, oh, here's an album, and it just happened to be that. Rather than like you get a lot of people who are preachy about like, oh yeah, I'm putting out a concept album, it's about this, and then they didn't say anything about it. Just like, oh yeah, White Bat.
Yeah, here,
cool.
listen to this.
And all the alliteration that they use, and all the way that he puts and kind of shows you this story of this killer is so fucking good.
So amazing.
And you really kind of start
I still need to listen to that.
understand that guy.
Yeah.
And you feel his story, and the way that they put everything in there, it gives you such a rich texture as to what this person is and how he is going to, it's so good.
It's amazing.
It's so
amazing.
Maybe you guys are just sociopaths. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah,
Sure.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
So you-
Aaron's probably gonna hate this, but We Are Not Your Kind.
Probably. Yeah.
I really think that album was. I like that one. It's
Which one?
Newest
the
one.
newer one.
No, you can't put
I liked
that.
it. I liked it.
No.
I really liked Spiders off of it. Unsainted was good. Nero Forte was all right. Yeah, I liked it.
If you have,
All right, and it's one of your favorites of the decade.
yeah, see that's the thing is
And it's an all right song.
with all 3 of my top albums, every single song on there is pretty much perfect.
Me too. That's what I said about mine.
Yeah.
This one is not like perfect, but it's
Then
like I
how's
can
it
put
a
it on
top?
and listen to it.
It's listenable.
Because I don't buy a whole lot of albums anymore. I guess like I
Nobody
usually
buys albums. Listen to it on fucking Google,
Spotify, brah.
to one-ofs and shit. Okay, well, fine. Everybody hates me. Fuck you guys.
That's just a bad choice. It's your opinion, but it's dumb.
Fuck you, Ice
it's
Cube.
Definitely wrong.
That Ice Cube album is fucking amazing.
I feel
I'm
like
sure
they
it
got back to a better spot writing on We're Not Your Kind, and I definitely feel like whoever was in the studio this time with them was a lot better than the last album that they did.
That shit.
Oh, go fuck yourself on that one, sir.
That shit's entertaining.
That's not even. It's not music. You're listening to it for the comedic aspect.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're just listening
It's so
to an
funny.
insane man ramble for an hour.
I've listened to it a couple times since then, too.
I bet.
It's so amazing. It's my
The
favorite
fact that you
Metallica
can
album.
listen to that so much blows my mind because I tried,
I
dude.
said that just to fuck with you, by the way. It's not my favorite Metallica album.
Anyway, go on, move on. Get out of here.
Okay, where are we?
Number one.
Well,
Number one.
he is
Fucking
legend like that.
Lulu.
Yes.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
it's just perfect. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's just perfect. And I'm a dumb kid that I grew up listening to horrorcore rap, and it's horrorcore rock is what it is. It's just a whole story about a guy murdering the fuck out of people, and it's so good.
One of my favorite touches about that
Horrorcore
album
makes
though, is
me laugh.
It's chronologically correct except for the very first song, right? It starts where it ends, you know, and then it moves through like his whole life, you know, being a kid and killing the downstairs neighbor.
Oh my god! And the final song is just fucking amazing.
I know.
And a perfect way to end it.
Oh, definitely. You know,
There is not one song that I would ever want to skip on that album.
never skipping anything.
It is, to me, it's my favorite album ever. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's ruined my life because I don't listen to anything else now.
I really should listen to that if it's that good, you know?
It is so good.
It really is.
It's so good.
You guys keep telling me to listen to it, and I'm just like, I need to go listen to that, and I just haven't done it.
That's because you're busy listening to that horrible Slipknot album.
So
Yourself.
I have to give an honorable mention to Periphery, their newest album, Can't Stand, because
So good.
because I wanted to
listened
put
to
it
that
on my
one either.
list, but if
not. Slipknot.
I couldn't like put both White Bat and that on
Yeah,
here for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, they're
Are
similar
they conflicting?
Yeah. No, not really. It's just they came out about the same time. They're
Yeah,
like
right at the same time.
yeah,
right? Yeah.
pretty much. And I don't know. I just felt like I should span the decade more than just this.
That's what I was
this
trying
year.
to do.
Yeah,
That's why I went all the way back on the Tech 9 one. His album came out in 2011.
So what is your favorite, though, Aaron?
So and this is probably the most influential album for me, pretty much of all time. Is Dream Theater, Black Clouds and Silver Linings.
Yeah, I can see that.
So good, and it changed my whole outlook on guitar tone. Is why it's so important for me, because I heard that album and I had just bought a brand new pair of headphones and I put them in my ears and I heard that first song on there, A Nightmare to Remember, and it was just so good. And the guitar tone on there was just like crushingly huge. You know, it's like God, it was so good. And the last song on there, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's like the story, like an actual story of theirs where they thought they were going to get all killed by a dude in what was his name? Fuck, he was like a prince of something, and like they were telling all these stories about how his brother was a cannibal, and like he was in there, and it's like they got all freaked out and they wrote a song about it, and it was awesome, and it was progressive as all fuck, and I was just so blown away by that album, and kind of shaped a lot of who I became musically, so that's why it's so important. And Trav, you're up.
Okay, so
Offspring, that one song they keep making.
My honorable mention is probably going to be Fall Out Boy. I really liked Save Rock and Roll and Mania.
Were we
Both of
supposed
those-
to do honorable mentions already?
Yeah, well,
Because
Aaron did.
everything Tech 9's put out. There we go.
But the reason that those were important to me is, one, like, it kind of got me out of just like, I can only listen to rock and metal and that's all I'm going to listen to. And then singing it did a lot for me. Just like, I don't know, just it made me feel like I could be more experimental with that kind of shit. Granted, I haven't put hardly anything out, but that's for me to hear and not for you. So fuck you.
It's okay, buddy. Don't feel bad about yourself.
Anyway, my number one of the last 10 years, though, has got to be Avenged Sevenfold Nightmare. Because that was a goddamn masterpiece.
Nightmare? Mm-hmm. But they have a better one than that.
Did you check that one? Because I thought Nightmare was 2009.
Nope. Let me look. It came out 2010.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it came out December 26th, 2010.
Cool. Yeah, that was an incredible album. Fiction made me cry the first time I heard it.
That whole album was just sad the way it came out.
But incredibly good.
And I feel like that was, like, I love Avenged Sevenfold, and I still love the stuff that they're doing, but I feel like that was an end of a creative era for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because their style changed so much.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the stage is kind of a comeback to it, and it was also so good. So good.
Way better.
I really like the stage too. That's another.
My only issue with the stage is just me being stupid, because Sin's tone is fucking awful and it pisses me off.
I don't have a lot to say for his tone.
What's his face? The drummers, like the sound of the drums on that album sucked too. But I'm so spoiled because Nightmare had Mike Portnoy. You know, and like Mike knows his shit. And when the drums sound great on an album, it makes the whole album sound so much better.
What was the fucking joke? Like Jim Portnoy or Bill Portnoy? Fucking.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Chris.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we had a pretty good decade for pretty much everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, we all, have, especially music, because, I'm a musical little bitch. But
yeah, movies for me.
Yeah. It's all what we find important.
Love my movies.
And all Travis probably thinking games, so we're well split here.
Yeah, no, I'm really in, like, I like all of them. I'm invested in all of them. I think it was a great last 10 years, but real quick before we go, because we're over a little bit on time, what was your most hated thing of all of the last 10 years?
You.
Okay. Cody, what's your hated thing of the last 10 years?
You.
No, that's unoriginal. Now you got to pick something else.
I want to second it.
No, you're not allowed.
Slipknot album. I'll go with the Slipknot album.
You know what?
Terrible.
Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm not even going to tell you what I hate the most because it doesn't matter. That'll be Cody and Aaron's favorite thing. Aaron, you keep going now. I don't want to do it anymore.
Do the liking and the commenting and the such and the whatnot. And you guys have a good week. And we will, it's already the new year. I forgot about that. I was about to say something stupid, but I realized it's already happened.
We'll see you in the new year. It already happened.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
Congratulations on making it around the sun one more time.
Congratulations. Oneida. Congratulations.
Okay, say bye.
Bernie Sanders.
Aaron, say bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.